Elite. I cannot believe. No way this works. Hold the front door. I've been playing Cookie Run Kingdom for close to 1 year now. Heck, I created the channel with one goal: reach Grandmaster in arena mode as a free-to-play player. After countless seasons constantly finishing in Elite 2, with that one time I hit Elite 1, I have yet to reach my goal. Until one day, I figured out the one strategy that got me out of Elite and into Grandmaster for the first time ever. Let me remind you, as a free-to-play player, they said it couldn't be done. My grit, my dedication, it got the job done. We were able to achieve new heights here this season. Free-to-play, Grandmaster, I achieved it. I made it. Holy cow. Before I get to this secret sauce, the strategy that got me there, we gotta start from the very beginning. Funny story, I started this YouTube channel 1 year ago to the day. My first ever video was uploaded on April 11th, and that was a cookie with a dream. Fresh out the oven, a cookie's dream to hit Grandmaster as a free-to-play player. Now, I found the game just one day on YouTube. I saw somebody, I think OJ was his name, playing Cookie Run Kingdom, kind of open up the cookie cutters and battling it out. And then I saw the arena mode, the PvP. Up until that point, I was a filthy casual gamer on my iPad, just, you know, kicking back at nighttime, relaxing after a long day of work, just gaming on the iPad for a couple minutes here and a couple minutes there before putting up the iPad. But after that video, it completely changed my life. I saw the game, something just called me to download the game. I started going through the main story. I started learning a little more about each cookies, and then I got into the arena game mode, and that competitive drive just hit me, and it hit me hard. 1 year later, I'm here still making videos because of that one day. 1 year later, we hit 20,000 subscribers on the YouTube channel. I would have never imagined. This little cookie would have never imagined that one day I would be sitting here talking with everybody about how far we've came. And we're only 1 year in on the channel. So truly, I know I say it all the time, but shout out to you. Shout out to you. So the strategy, pretty silly strategy actually. And I thought it was dumb luck at first, but I went back and I deranked a little bit, went back to Elite 1. I know that wasn't too far of a dive, but then I tried the strategy one more time, just, you know, for giggles, to see if I was going crazy or if this is something that could work. So strategy is simple. All you got to do is just fight every single opponent across the board. And what do I mean by that? Well, every single refresh, you have 5 separate opponents. Just click on one at a time, battle them. If you need to, spend your mileage points for the arena tickets. You can also, you know, buy in with crystals, which I would not recommend because crystals are very precious in this game. But for me, I did it not once, but twice. I just ran across the board. I probably battled at least 100 people. So it's definitely this process. So from Elite 2 to Grandmaster, what I'm showing you right now, it took me about an hour, maybe a little more, of just straight up battling for an hour straight. And I lost a lot, but I won a little bit more. So being able to win a little bit more means I was able to have a positive, slow and steady climb up the leaderboards when it comes to being trophy positive. So yes, you will take some losses, and it's actually funny to kind of like watch your trophy count go up and down and up and down. But at the end of the day, it worked 2 times for me. So I hit Grandmasters twice in this season. Now, hitting Grandmasters, and you can't see me, but I'm holding up air quotes here. Hitting Grandmasters is not the same as finishing in Grandmasters. Let me make that clear, because One thing I noticed being in Grandmasters, especially with not the most optimal, the most boosted, leveled up cookies, you are a prime target. And also doing the strategy of just fighting everybody and their mother. I probably had at least 100 people looking to get revenge on me, right? So when they do get that revenge, there's a high chance that they will win, and that will decrease your trophies by like around 3 probably on average. So you will lose rank pretty quickly, especially at the end of the season. The end of the season, so when I did this, you can see it's like midway through the season, about a week left to go. People aren't grinding as much, so the competition isn't as fierce, not as fierce. When we get to the end of the season, I'm talking like the last 3 days, that's when everybody's grinding arena. That's when everybody's like, oh shoot, I got 3 more days, we got to get this going, son. And well, it was tough. I ran the strategy back one more time for the last 2 days, and I just couldn't get past like the 4,400, 4,500 trophy range. So it was really tough. And you know, after hitting Grandmasters twice and getting a taste of, you know, how it feels to be a Grandmaster free to play, it felt good. I'm not gonna lie, it felt good. But I think the new goal, and for all the viewers out there, because I know I get asked this question a couple times, like, what are you gonna do once we hit Grandmasters? You know, that's the whole point of the channel. The new goal is to hit Grandmasters and stay in Grandmasters. So did I hit Grandmasters with this strategy? Yes, I did. Will I use this strategy to climb up the leaderboards every single season? Yeah, I will. It takes a little bit of time, but it clearly works, because with the strategy, I'm still able to be at the top of Elite 1, right there on the cusp of just breaking through that glass ceiling to being and finishing in Grandmasters as a free-to-play player. So this is quite the interesting breakthrough. This whole time I've been playing for the last year, I've been taking my battles, I've been really selective on who I fight, and you'll be surprised. Honestly, doing this strategy, I was surprised at almost half the fights of me being able to win. And I think that's one thing that Cookie Run has in it, is like that element of, I know it all adds up with like cooldowns or whatever, but I don't think everybody understands, you know, the game mechanics as deeply as like, say, the top 50 Grandmasters in the world, right? Like those cookies, they know it. They got it down packed. Like, you talk to Mr. PPFB, my dude knows the game inside and out. Hyrule knows the game inside and out, right? But that's not everybody, right? So for a lot of people in Grandmasters and Elite, they're just throwing their best cookies at it. They're playing the meta and they're just seeing what works, right? So you'd be surprised at just fighting everybody, how many fights you might actually win, when if you were to just look at them in the first place, you're like, nah, that's an easy loss right there. But because there's so many different elements, like the cooldowns, like the toppings, like the biscuits, there's so many different factors that play into this game, that all it takes is just one person to have the wrong treasure, and even though your cookies might be weaker, might have less power, you could win that fight. You could win that fight and gain some trophies. And that's one thing that I learned with this strategy that really opened up my mind at it's not RNG, but at the same time it is RNG, because like I said, not everybody, including myself, truly understands the deep mechanics of this game. Like, you really gotta have a PhD, which I'm working on, by the way. I'm working on my Cookie Run Kingdom PhD with a specialty in arena mode. So that's why you subscribe, right? That's why you subscribe. But yeah, all in all, I just, you know, I was jumping for joy. I couldn't believe it. I almost lost my hat for a second because I couldn't believe that I was able to hit Grandmasters as a free-to-play player for a couple weeks. I thought it was impossible. but it's not. It is possible. I got the video proof to prove it. Free to play. I hit Grandmasters. I was able to cross one hurdle. I hit the goal, but now after hitting the goal, reaching Grandmasters, I now set my sights to a higher goal, and that goal is to finish in Grandmasters. That way I can get one of those sweet trophies to showcase in my arena, in my kingdom, that is. So, hey, ladies and gentlemen, it is what it is. Your boy, the Common Cookie, hit in Grandmasters this season in Radiance of Glory #1, and it couldn't have been, this story couldn't have been told any better than 1 year to the dot. 1 year to the dot later, I hit Grandmasters. This is crazy. So this video, 1 year old on the YouTube channel. I'm getting old. I'm growing old hairs out here. My white hair is getting even whiter out there. So, hey, ladies and gentlemen, that's going to be it. Common Cookie out.